Hello, magandang gabi po, teachers. Kamusta po kayo? Pakilapag nga po, kamusta po kayo, teachers? Ready na po ba sa ating examination this March? Pakilapag po sa ating comment section. Hello, magandang gabi po. Sige, tutok na po tayo, no? So we'll have our ikalima na session. So bago po yung ating first ever summative exam this coming February 4, okay? Antabayanan po natin yung teachers para maging mas prepared po tayo, no, sa ating upcoming examination this coming March. Yeah, ramdam niyo na po ba yung pressure? Sige lang po, laban lang. Okay, so let's wait for the others po, okay? So currently we have 21 viewers here. Start po tayo at 7:36. Okay, magandang gabi po, teachers. Sige lang po, participate lang po na sa ating comment section. Huwag po kayong mahiya. It's okay. Kahit magbardagulan po kayo dyan, wala po problema. All right. So it seems like everyone is here. So sisimulan na po natin yung ating session 5, no, para mas makarami po tayo. At the same time, matatapos po tayo ng mas maaga. Okay? Okay, one moment po. It's not working. So again, teachers, magandang gabi po. I welcome you all sa ating session 5 tonight. So ito po yung last session natin, no, bago po yung ating first ever summative exam this coming February 4. So, antabayanan po natin 'yan teachers and of course para mas preparado po tayo 'no sa ating, upcoming examination this March, alright? Yeah, gaya po ng sinasabi ko palagi, we have to understand, okay? We have to understand, we have to, master all the fundamentals po sa ating majorship. Most especially nga, sobrang hirap po 'no, okay? Napaka-complex po ng ating majorship kaya, gaya po ng sabi nila, eh, ito po yung isa sa mga pinakamahirap na majorship sa, actual board examination. So, 'di naman po na dini-discourage ko kayo, but of course, mas alam po natin 'no at, po tayo sa ating majorship. So, dapat ngayon pa lang, eh, tudong-tudo na po yung ating pag-aaral, okay? Okay, so unang-una po dito, okay, actually old pa itong class rules nito, eh. Okay, so, we just have to respect 'no, everyone at all times and of course, we have to actively participate by engaging po 'no sa ating, comment section. Right? Please participate po kasi nga kapag, the more you participate, the more you, engage sa ating comment section, eh, mas marami pa po kayong mas mare-retain na concepts. But of course, this time reminder po natin ang ating first summative exam, will be on February 4 po, 2025. That's from 3 PM to 6:30 PM, right? Ready na po ba teachers? Pakilapag po sa ating, comment section, ready na, okay? Pakilapag po, ready na. Pakilapag po sa ating comment section, ready na po. Okay, so it seems like everyone is ready. Okay, excited na magkalisensya. Of course, without further ado, let's start our item number one here. Question number one. A company hires individuals to perform specific tasks under its direction. These individuals are called, is it A, aptitude, letter B, employee, letter C, entrepreneurs, or letter D, entrepreneurship? Ano po yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po sa ating comment section ano po yung tamang sagot for item number one. Individuals. Okay, ito po yung mga keywords natin, individuals to perform specific tasks. Okay, ano po ba sila? Is it A, aptitude, letter B, employee, letter C, entrepreneurs, o letter D, entrepreneurship? Ano po yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po. Okay, I see letter B. Tama po ba yung letter B? Okay, so let's reveal ang tamang sagot po dito ay walang iba kundi yung letter B, okay? Letter B po yung tamang sagot. Bakit? 'Pag sinabi kasi nating aptitude, ito po yung, natural ability mismo 'no, natural ability or talent po ng ating, individuals, okay? Ano po ba yung, abilidad mo, yung skills mo as a person, yan po yung, tinatawag natin na aptitude, alright? 'Pag sinabi naman nating entrepreneurs, ito naman po yung mga tao mismo, okay? Entrepreneurs or individuals who start and run their own businesses, okay? May sarili po silang, business, yan po yung entrepreneurs. 'Pag sinabi naman nating entrepreneurship, ito naman po yung, proseso mismo 'no, the process of starting and managing, a business or a certain business, yan po yung entrepreneurship. So, of course, we're not talking about here the process, but we're talking about the individuals. So, the best option here would be, letter B and letter C, okay? Yan lang po yung, dapat pagpipilian natin. But we're talking about here the individuals na kinakailangan po na mag-perform ng specific tasks under direction po 'no, like for example mag-company, bosses natin, okay? Under po sila. So po ang the best option po natin dito dito for item number 1 ay walang iba kundi yung letter B, yung employee po, okay? Tandaan po, yung employee, ito po yung mga individuals, no? Work for the company and follow its policies, okay? Hindi lang po yung policies, yung guidelines din po, and of course, yung tinatawag natin na supervision, okay? Kapag employee ka, ay nagre-receive ka din po ng tinatawag natin na wages, okay? In exchange po ng iyong services. Yan po ang ating employee. Tandaan po, item number 1, the best option here would be letter B, employee. Okay, tumpak po yung letter B. Okay, congratulations po sa lahat na nakukuha ng tamang sagot. Letter B po for item number 1. We go to item number 2 here. Item number 2, a carpenter is working with a laminated product made of thin strips of wood laid in alternating directions and banded with glue to form strong, stable sheets. This product is called, is it A, pressed wood, letter B, plywood, letter C, particle board, o letter D, softwood? Ano po yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po sa ating comment section. Kahit maligbak po kayo or mali po yung sagot nyo, it's okay, wala pong problema. Right? Okay, item number 2, letter B. Letter B po ba yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po. Huwag pong mahiyang sumagot kahit mali, it's okay. Ano po ba ito? A carpenter, again, yung karpentero po natin, no? Is working, okay, with a laminated product made of thin strips of wood laid in alternating directions and banded, okay, banded using a certain glue, okay, to form strong, stable sheets. This product is called, is it A, pressed wood, letter B, plywood, letter C, particle board, o letter D, softwood? Ano po yung tamang sagot? So let's reveal ang tamang sagot po dito ay walang iba kundi yung letter B, yung plywood po natin. Bakit? Ano po ba yung pressed wood? Pag sinabi nating pressed wood, ito po yung general term, no? General term for engineered wood products. Tandaan po, general term po yung pressed wood. Pag sinabi naman nating particle board, ito naman po yung made from wood chips. Again, tandaan po natin yan. Gawa po siya no, sa mga wood chips, sawdust, okay? Sawdust and resin compressed together. Yan po yung particle board, okay? Particles, di ba? Yan, kinumbine po, okay? Kumbaga, kinumpress po natin siya. Yan po yung particle board. Pag sinabi naman nating softwood, ito po ay classification ng wood, di ba? Or trees, okay? Ito po din po yung tinatawag natin na evergreen, okay? Evergreen trees, yan po yung softwood natin. Kumbaga, sila po yung mga coniferous trees. Right? Bakit? Bakit sila tinawag na evergreen? Kasi nga po, throughout the year, inare-retain po nila yung leaves nila. Okay? And of course, inexpensive po sila. Yan po yung softwood natin. But we're talking about here, thin strips of wood na banded po no, using a certain glue. So the best option here would be plywood. Again, item number 2, ang tamang sagot po dito ay walang iba kundi letter B, plywood po. Okay, sana nakuha? That's item number 2. Sige, kayanin po natin to. Go! We go here. Item number 3 here. A discussion is taking place about the challenges of entrepreneurship. Okay, challenges. Among the listed options, the one that is not, okay, we're looking again for an exception. Uh, the one that is not a disadvantage is it A, risky? Letter B, uncertain income. Letter C, you are the boss. O letter D, working for long hours. Ano po yung tamang sagot? Ano po yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po sa ating comment section. Ano po yung tamang sagot for item number 3? I see a lot of letter C. Tama po ba yung letter C? Pakilapag lang po. Ang daming letter C. So let's reveal ang tamang sagot po dito ay walang iba kundi yung letter C, okay? Kumbaga, the rest of our options here ay disadvantage, no? yung pagiging risky, 'di ba? Kumbaga yung entrepreneurs natin, eh, nag-i-invest po sila ng money, 'di ba? And time without guaranteed success, making it a risky endeavor. Yan po yung pagiging risky. So disadvantage po siya. Pag sinabi naman nating uncertain income, kumbaga mako-consider din po natin siya as disadvantage. Kasi kapag nag-engage ka po in a certain business, eh hindi mo masasabi na fixed po yung income mo, okay? Kumbaga may variations po yan, depende po sa season or depende din po sa location ng iyong business mismo, okay? So hindi mo masasabi na fixed po yung income mo this month compare po for the next month. Yan po yung letter B. Pag sinabi naman nating working for long hours, obviously, if you are in entrepreneur or business-minded person, eh kumbaga workaholic ka, okay? Hindi naman po lahat, no? But mostly, if you're the one, no, na nagma-manage po mismo ng iyong business, eh kumbaga prone ka po, no, to work or extend for long hours. So we're talking about here an exception or not a disadvantage. So of course, it would be letter C. You are the boss, okay? Entrepreneur ka, you're the boss, eh, kayang-kaya mong i-manage po yung time mo, okay? That's an exception. That's an advantage. So of course, the best option here would be the letter C. Again, letter C po ang tamang sagot for item number 3. We go to item number 4. Okay, bago po yan, no? Ito po yung pag sinabi nating entrepreneur, okay? Pag sinabi nating entrepreneur, individual, no? Individual who creates a new business, okay? Gumagawa ka po ng mga new business. Kumbaga, pag entrepreneur ka, eh, innovative ka din, okay? You know how to create from certain ideas, okay? Bearing most of the risk, okay? Of course, kinakailangan mo ding i-face yung mga risks, okay? And of course, ikaw din po yung responsible o kumbaga the primary person, okay, na magbe-benefit din po ng mga rewards o ng mga benefits po mismo ng iyong business, okay? So item number 3, letter C po yung tamang sagot. Hello, nakikita niyo po ba ako? Paki-confirm po sa ating, comment section kung nakikita niyo po ako. Okey, thank you po. Pasensya na po 'no, medyo mahina po talaga yung connection ko dito. Okay, so balik lang po tayo, okey? Okay, so teachers, let's go back po. We go to item number 4 again, okay? A country operates under an economic system. Again, economic system where individuals have the freedom, tandaan po, freedom to make decisions about what products and services to produce, how to produce them, and of course, who will receive them. This type of economy is called what is it? A, market. Letter B, command. Letter C, mixed. O letter D, traditional. Ano po yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po sa ating comment section. Item number 4, ano po yung tamang sagot? Item number 4, ano po yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po. I see a lot of letter A's. Okay. Tama po ba yung letter A? Alright, so let's check. Ang tamang sagot po dito ay walang iba kundi yung letter A, okay? Tandaan po, 'pag sinabi nating market or market economy, ito po ay, may minimal, okay? Minimal government intervention. Kumbaga, bilang lang po 'no or kumbaga medyo yeah, as what I have said, minimal lang po yung intervention ng ating government. Yan po yung market economy. 'Pag sinabi naman nating command, ito naman po yung government mismo 'no, yung nagko-control ng major economic decisions, alright? Kumbaga may power po yung government, yan po yung command economy natin, 'di ba? From the word itself, command. 'Pag sinabi naman nating mixed or mixed economy, ito naman po yung combination, okay? Tandaan po, combination of market and of course command economies. Again, combination po siya ng market and command economies. Yan po yung mixed. 'Pag sinabi naman nating, traditional, okay, from the word itself, traditional, 'di ba? Based on customs po 'yan, tandaan po, based on customs, traditions, and even po 'no, yung tinatawag natin na barter system, okay? Ito po ay, klase ng trading, 'di ba? Trade system, 'yan po yung, traditional. So, of course, we're talking about here freedom, tandaan po, freedom to make decisions. So, of course, the best option for item number 4 ay walang iba kundi letter A. Again, letter A po ang tamang sagot for item number 4. Sana nakuha, magdiwang po ang lahat ng nagsagot ng letter A. We go to item number 5 here. A family, okay, a family is utilizing its available resources to achieve its goals. These resources include, is that A, energy, letter B, abilities and skills, letter C, knowledge, or letter D, all of the above. Ano po yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po. Item number 5, ano po yung tamang sagot? I see letter D. Yes, tama po ba yung letter D? Okay, tama po ba yung letter D? Okay, so let's check ang tamang sagot po dito ay walang iba kundi yung letter D, okay? Letter D. Tandaan po kapag yung tanong, eh, more, is looking for something na positive, so kumbaga iko-consider mo po yung lahat ng options, okay? Ano po ba yung mga resources na kailangan ng ating, family in order to succeed? Of course, kinakailangan po ng tinatawag natin na energy. 'Pag sinabi nating energy, ito po yung physical and mental effort. Again, physical and mental effort, yan po yung energy natin. 'Pag sinabi naman nating, abilities and skills, okay, as what I have mentioned earlier, ito po yung tinatawag natin na aptitude, okay? The aptitude, yung talents po, yung competencies ng ating family mismo, yeah, the family members, of course, okay? Yung knowledge naman, ito naman po yung tinatawag natin na information and understanding that help in decision making. Yan po yung knowledge. Kumbaga, kinakailangan din po itong tatlo na ito 'no, kinakailangan po dapat na in order for our family to succeed, eh, may energy po, okay? May energy, kinakailangan din po na may abilities and skills tayo and of course, may knowledge din po tayo, okay? Yan po yung mga, key factors or kumbaga mga resources na kinakailangan natin in order to succeed. So kumbaga, the best option for item number 5 ang walang iba kundi yung letter D. Again, letter D po yung tamang sagot for item number 5. Magdiwang po lahat ng nasagot mong letter D. Okay? We go to item number 6 here. Okay, ito na naman siya. Ito po yung mga plumbing concepts, no? Dapat nating tandaan. Alright? Number 6, a septic tank is being inspected and the substance accumulated, and then po accumulated at the bottom is a semi-liquid material. This substance is called, is it A, scum, letter B, sediment, letter C, sludge, o letter D, silt? Ano po yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po. Pakilapag po, ano po yung tamang sagot? I see letter C. Tama po ba yung letter C? Alright, so let's check ang tamang sagot po dito ay walang iba kundi yung letter C. Again, letter C po yung tamang sagot. Ito po yung diagram natin ng ating septic tank, okay? Pero bago po yan, 'pag sinabi nating scam, ito po yung floating substance. Tandaan po yung pinaka-keywords natin sa scam, ito po yung floating substance in our septic tank, okay? Makikita po natin dito sa ating diagram, yan po yung scam. 'Pag sinabi naman nating sediment, ito po yung, general term siya 'no, general term for particles that settle in liquids. But 'pag sinabi nating, septic tank, okay, ito po ay hindi, correct term. But of course, the correct term for, sediment, um, in the field of plumbing would be sludge, okay? Sludge po yung katumbas na term ng sediment. 'Pag sinabi naman nating silt, ito po yung fine soil, okay? Fine soil particles, yan po yung silt. So we're talking about here, substance na nag-a-accumulate po 'no, at the bottom ng ating, septic tank. So the best option here would be sludge, okay? Ito po yung sludge natin. Yung, wastewater, 'di ba? Ito po yung, pipe natin or yung sewage 'no, na nag-e-enter sa ating, septic tank coming from our household, okay? And of course, the substance that is floating, ito po yung scum, yung nag-a-accumulate po at the bottom, ito naman po yung sludge. And of course, kapag, na-reach na po ng limit 'no, yung wastewater natin, eh, kapag nag-exceed na po siya, eh, pupunta na po siya 'no or magta-transfer na po siya sa, wastewater goes to drain field, alright? Ito po yung diagram ng ating septic tank, paki-screenshot po ito 'no, baka lumabas po sa ating licensure examination, okay? Sana nakuha po. Accumulated at the bottom, sediment, okay? Sediment, na nag-a-accumulate po at the bottom of our septic tank, the best option here would be sludge. Again, sludge po yung tamang sagot for item number 6. We go to item number 7 here. An artist is drawing something without relying on instruments for external tools. This skill is known as, is it A, architectural delineation, letter B, freehand drawing, letter C, geometric construction, o letter D, drafting? Ano po yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po. Tina, na-scam ako ni Scam. Scammer pala si Scam. Letter B. Tama po ba yung letter B? Ito po yung mga tanungan na gas-gas na mismo, okey? Gas-gas na po yung mga tanong na 'to. So, dapat alam po natin. Sige, sagot lang po. I see letter B is. Tama po ba yung letter B? Mhm. Please, don't mind ng aking background 'no. Kasi ano, yan po yung mga witness din po ng aking, success during our board examination. Okay, so gaya din po ng sinasabi ko palagi 'no, you have to know or discover your learning styles, okay? In my case kasi ako po ay audio-visual learner. So mas, natututo po ako 'no kapag nakikita ko yung mga pinag-aaralan ko, at the same time, eh, naririnig ko din po. I see letter B is ang daming letter B. Tama po ba yung letter B? So let's reveal ang tamang sagot po dito ay walang iba kundi yung letter B, okay? 'Pag sinabi nating architectural delineation, ito po yung, detailed mismo 'no? Detailed and precise, tandaan po natin 'to 'no, paki-screenshot po. Detailed and precise rendering of architectural designs, okay? Kumbaga ano siya, nag-i-involve po siya ng architectural designs mismo, 'yan po yung architectural delineation. 'Pag sinabi naman nating geometric construction, and of course, ito po ay, gumagamit 'no, ng mathematical techniques and instruments. Yan po yung, geometric construction. 'Pag sinabi naman nating drafting, eh, ito po yung, nagke-create tayo mismo 'no, ng detailed drawings with the help or aided po ng, certain tools, 'di ba, or technical, ah drafting ng mga tools, okay? Ano po yung mga halimbawa niyan? Like for example, yung mga T-squares natin, yung mga compass natin, okay? Yung mga triangles natin, yan po yung drafting, okay? So, of course, we're talking about here, a type of drawing 'no, na, may freedom ka, okay, sa pag-draw, okay, without relying on instruments. So, of course, the best option here for item number 7 ay walang iba kundi yung letter B, freehand drawing po. Okay, saan na nakuha? That's item number 7. We go to item number 8 here. A content creator, tandaan po, content creator is discussing and sharing information on a particular topic to establish expertise in their industry with the goal of attracting visitors and converting them into leads. Okay, this activity is commonly done through is that A, Instagram, letter B, blog, letter C, Facebook, or letter D, Twitter. Ano po yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po. Mhm. I see letter B is. Tama po ba yung letter B? Blog po ba? Tama po ba yung letter B? So let's reveal ang tamang sagot po dito ay walang iba kundi yung letter B, yung vlog po. Ito po yung halimbawa ng vlog 'no. Okay, 'pag sinabi kasi nating vlog, ito po yung, platform mismo, okay, yung social platform natin. Kumbaga ito po yung area natin 'no, kung saan puwede tayong mag-share ng mga contents natin, okay. Content creators share in-depth information, 'di ba, on specific topics for effective and of course, para makaka-attract po tayo ng mga, online visitors and of course, makapagbigay din po tayo ng, valuable content, 'yan po yung vlog. 'Pag sinabi nating, Instagram kasi ito po yung, social media 'no, social media application, 'di po ba? A visual platform typically used for shorter, 'di ba? Shorter, more casual post or promotions, 'yan po yung Instagram. 'Pag sinabi naman nating Facebook, eh, related din po siya 'no, sa Instagram. Kumbaga yung Facebook natin, eh, puwede din po 'no, it can host discussions and of course can share content, 'di ba? Ang daming, vloggers sa ating Facebook. But of course, less focused po yung Facebook natin 'no, when it comes to, sharing informations or vlogs na mismo, 'di ba? Kumbaga hindi siya design 'no, for long form content. Hindi po siya designed for long form content, for lead generation compared po sa ating blog. 'Pag sinabi naman nating Twitter, ito po yung, microblogging platform natin 'no, kung saan yung mga users natin ay makapag-share ng mga brief thoughts, yung mga news, okay and of course yung mga updates 'no, but lacks ng tinatawag natin na, required for building expertise and lead conversations. The best option here sharing information, long form content. So the best option here would be letter B, yung blog po. Okay, item number 8, the best option here, letter B. We go to item number 9. A mechanic is using a tool, okay, ano po bang tool ito? To tighten or loosen hexagonal fittings such as unions and other metal fittings. The tool they are using is it A, threader, letter B, pliers, letter C, wrench, letter D, pipe vise. Ano po yung tamang sagot? Ano po yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po sa ating comment section. Item number 9, ano po yung tamang sagot? I see letter C, yes. Tama po ba yung letter C? Tama po ba yung letter C? Lapag lang po. It's okay kahit maligwa kayo dito. Wala pong problema. Wrenches po ba? Ang daming letter Cs. Paki-invite naman po, no? Mention din po ng inyong mga friends, okay? Yung makakakilala po ninyo na kukuha ng licensure examination this March. Libre naman po ito, kaya i-share naman po natin. Okay, so the best option here for item number 9, walang kukurap. The best option here, of course, would be wrenches. Okay, ito po yung halimbawa ng mga wrenches natin. Bakit? Pag sinabi nating threader, tandaan po, ito po yung ginagamit natin no, to cut threads, di ba? Yung threads mismo ng ating mga pipes, yan po yung threader natin. Yung pliers natin, ito po yung ginagamit natin no, for gripping objects. Again, gripping objects, yan po yung pliers natin. So, hindi po siya applicable or kumbaga hindi po siya pwedeng gamitin no, to tighten and loosen hexagonal fittings, di ba? Pag sinabi naman nating pipe vise, ito po yung ginagamit natin no, to hold pipes securely in place. Okay? Holding tool po yung pipe vise natin. But we're looking for a type of tool na kayang-kaya po na mag-tighten and even loosen po ng mga hexagonal fittings natin, katulad po ng unions and other metal fittings. So the best option here, of course, would be the letter C, yung wrenches po. Ito po yung itsura ng ating wrenches. Okay? Sana nakuha. That's item number 9. Letter C po yung tamang sagot. We go to item number 10 here. A plumber is installing a horizontal waste pipe again, horizontal waste pipe, and needs to follow the National Plumbing Code, okay, or the NPC. The ideal inclination for this pipe is it A, 2%, letter B, 3%, letter C, 4%, or letter D, 0%? Ano po yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po. Ano po yung tamang sagot? Item number 10. I see letter A. Tama po ba yung letter A? Sige, lapag lang po. Ang daming letter A's. Tama po ba yan? Okay, so let's reveal ang tamang sagot po for item number 10 ay walang iba kundi yung letter A, yung 2% slope po. Bakit? Bakit kinakailangan na 2% po yung slope ng ating horizontal waste pipe? Kasi according po no sa ating National Plumbing Code, kumbaga re-recommend po sila no ng 2% slope to ensure proper flow of wastewater. Okay? Ito po ay nagpe-prevent ng tinatawag natin na clogs. Yung 3% slope po natin, eh, medyo may pagka-steep po siya, no? And of course, could cause water to flow too quickly, di ba? Mas mabilis po yung pag-flow ng water natin kapag 3% yung slope. Pag sinabi naman nating 4% slope, ito po ay generally hindi po siya recommended. Kumbaga, it can cause no, a similar issues katulad po ng ating 3% slope here. Pag sinabi naman nating 0% slope or level position, ito po ay hindi po ideal. Okay? Hindi na po siya ideal kasi it could cause ng ating wastewater, no, to back up, and of course, it can lead to blockages. Yan po yung 0% natin. So, as per recommended po ng National Plumbing Code for horizontal waste pipe, okay, i-memorya na lang po natin, NPC, horizontal waste pipe, the best option here, of course, would be letter A, yung 2% slope po. Okay, sana nakuha. That's item number 10. We go to item number 11 here. Okay, nag-reveal na po yung ating illustration dito. Okay, we go to item number 11. Toxic substances, and then po, toxic substances or substance is one that poses a danger to human health. Okay, danger. How do you describe it? Is that A, hazardous to human health? Letter B, a fixture drain for a laboratory. Letter C, not hazardous. Letter D, bedpan washer and sterilizer drain. Ano po yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po. Item number 11. Item number 11, ano po yung tamang sagot? I see letter A. Tama po ba yung letter A? Okay, we're talking about here toxic. Again, toxic substance. Ano po yan? Hazardous po ba yan? Letter B, fixture po ba? Letter C, not hazardous. Letter D, bedpan washer. Ano po yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po. I see a lot of letter A's. Tama po ba yung letter A? So let's reveal ang tamang sagot po dito ay walang iba kundi yung letter A, yung hazardous po. Pag sinabi nating toxic, again, toxic, danger, yan po ay hazardous, okay? Kumbaga, usually, no, kapag nag-work tayo sa certain workplace, di po ba? Kapag may post po or no, or may warning po na hazardous yung certain place, kumbaga naglalagay po sila ng mga certain signages katulad po nito. Okay, toxic po o kumbaga dangerous. Okay, so the best option here would be letter A, hazardous to human health. Tandaan po, kapag sinabi natin toxic substance, any material po, no, that can cause or that can pose a danger to human health. Pag sinabi naman natin fixture drain, hindi naman po siya related dito. Pag sinabi natin fixture drain, ito po yung specific type, no, ng or part ng ating plumbing system. So hindi po siya yung best option. Pag sinabi naman nating not hazardous, ito po ay ikis talaga, okay? X po talaga siya kasi nga po toxic, 'di ba? Danger. So hindi po yung not hazardous. Yung bedpan washer and sterilizer drain naman, ito po yung ginagamit natin, no? Specific drain, 'di ba? Na ginagamit natin for healthcare settings. Yan po yung letter G. So hindi naman po siya makaka-relate sa ating pinag-uusapan natin sa item number 11. So the best option here, of course, toxic substance ay walang iba kundi letter A, hazardous po. So na nakuha, that's item number 11. We go to item number 12 here. Which among the following best, okay, tandaan din po ito, no? Yung mga best natin, okay, yung mga exceptions, yung mga not, except, alright. Best describes a toilet bowl. Ano po ba yan? Is it A, the box type compartment holding water for flushing the toilet? Letter B, a room or booth containing a toilet. Letter C, an opening in the wall or ceiling. Letter D, the device that provides a supply of water and or its disposal, such as yung sinks, tubs, or toilet. Ano po yung tamang sagot? Item number 12, ano po yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po. I see a lot of letter A's. Tama po ba yung letter A? Tama po ba yung letter A? So let's reveal ang tamang sagot po dito ay walang iba kundi yung letter A. Tandaan po, pag sinabi nating toilet bowl, ito po yung klase ng compartment natin. Okay? Or fixture, di ba? Sa ating comfort room. Pag sinabi nating fixture, tandaan po natin yan, teachers, yan po yung mga fixed plumbing items natin. Bakit? Bakit na ma-consider natin silang fixed? Hindi naman po natin silang, mako-consider na portable, okey? Hindi na po natin sila, mata-transfer from one place to another. Kumbaga fixed na po sila. 'Pag sinabi nating toilet bowl, ito po yung box type compartment 'no, na nagho-hold po siya ng water, okay, for flushing the toilet, 'yan po yung toilet bowl. 'Pag sinabi nating, room or booth containing a toilet, ito po yung tinutukoy mismo yung comfort room natin mismo, okay. Yung comfort room, 'yan po yung, room or, booth, 'di ba? Yung letter C naman natin, an opening in the wall or ceiling, hindi naman po ito makaka-relate sa ating toilet bowl, okay, distractor lang po ito. 'Pag sinabi naman nating letter D, the device that provides a supply of water, ito po yung, kumbaga broader 'no, description that includes items po katulad ng ating sinks, okay, yung tubs natin. But of course, hindi po sila yung, specifically na dine-describe natin dito. So the best option natin dito for item number 12 ay walang iba kundi yung letter A, box type compartment po na nagho-hold po ng water, okay, na magagamit po natin for flushing, okay. Toilet, best described, so letter A po yung tamang sagot. Sana nakuha? That's item number 12. We go to item number 13. Okay, item number 13, an engineer is reviewing a schematic. Tandaan po, schematic diagram to understand the components of an electronic circuit. The diagram represents these components through, is it A, physical appearance, letter B, linear appearance, letter C, symbol, letter D, construction. Ano po yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po. Mhm. Item number 13, I see a lot of letter C's. Tama po ba yung letter C? Sige, lapag lang po. Tama po ba yung letter C's? Item number 13, letter C po ba yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag lang po. Medyo delay po yung live 'no? Okay, so let's reveal ang tamang sagot for item number 13 ay walang iba kundi yung letter C, okay? 'Pag sinabi nating schematic, again, schematic diagram, eh, walang iba po, okay? Ginagamit po natin yung mga symbols to represent, okay? Sana nakuha, letter C po yung tamang sagot. 'Pag sinabi nating physical appearance, ito po yung, actual look mismo 'no, ng ating components. But yung schematic diagrams natin focus on representations through symbols. Yan po yung physical appearance. Pag sinabi naman nating linear appearance, eh hindi po siya no, yung term commonly associated with schematic diagrams. Okay? So, I guess po ito. Pag sinabi naman nating construction, eh, ito po yung term natin na ginagamit natin for physical building, di ba? Physical building or assembly po ng ating circuit. Okay? Sana nakuha. But of course, we're talking about here, schematic diagram, ano po ba yung nagre-represent sa kanya, okay? To understand the components of an electronic circuit, the diagram represents these components through, so the best option here, of course, would be letter C, yung symbol po. Okay, sana nakuha, ano po ba yung example ng mga schematic diagram natin? Ah, okay, so like for example, yung resistor natin, di ba? Ito po yung itsura ng ating resistor. Pasensyahan niyo po yung aking drawing ha. Yan, like for example, yan po yung, symbol or yung schematic diagram ng ating resistor. Sana nakuha? That's item number 13. Letter C po yung tamang sagot, symbol. We go to item number 14. A technician is comparing strip boards, tandaan po, strip boards and printed circuit boards or the PCBs to identify their common characteristic. He finds that both of these types of circuit boards are is that A requires no special preparation, letter B no soldering required, letter C permanent circuit board, o letter D temporary circuit board. Ano po yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po. Mhm. Tama po ba yung letter ano po ba ito yung mga sagot niyo? I see letter C, yes. Tama po ba yung letter C? Letter C po ba yung tamang sagot? So let's reveal ang tamang sagot po dito ay walang iba kundi yung letter C, okay? Ano po ba yung itsura ng ating PCBs? Ito po siya. Okay, sana yan po, tandaan po natin yan, yan po yung ating, PCB. 'Pag sinabi nating, both strip 'no, strip boards and of course yung printed circuit boards natin, ay mako-consider po natin sila as, permanent circuit boards. Bakit? Kasi nga po sila po ay designed, tandaan po, designed to have components soldered, okay, sino-solder po natin yung mga components nila. Of course, intended po sila 'no, for long-lasting, intended to be long-lasting and durable. Yan po yung, permanent circuit board natin, such as yung strip boards natin at saka yung PCBs. Yung letter A natin dito, ito po ay, requires no special preparation, ikas po ito, okay. Kinakailangan po na kapag, gumawa tayo ng strip boards natin, yung mga, PCBs natin, kinakailangan po na may preparation din po, okay. Yung soldering required, as what I have mentioned, kapag, kumbaga what makes our PCBs or strip boards, permanent kumbaga sino-solder po natin. So, ikis po ito. Yung letter D naman, temporary circuit board, ekis din po ito. So, we're talking about here permanent circuit board. Okay, strip boards, PCBs. So, the best option for item number 14 ay walang iba kundi letter C, permanent circuit board po sila. Okay, so na nakuha, that's item number 14. We go to item number 15. A construction worker needs to loosen, tanan po, loosen and move granular materials like dirt, gravel, or snow from one place to another. The tool commonly used for this task is a blank. Is it A, battering? Letter B, trowel. Letter C, shovel. Letter D, float. Ano po yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po. Ano po yung tamang sagot for item number 15? Why is that not moving? 15, ano po yung tamang sagot? I see letter C. Tama po ba yung letter C? Ang daming sumasagot ng letter C. Tama po ba 'yan? Okay, let's reveal ang tamang sagot po dito ay walang iba kundi yung letter C, okay? Tandaan po, letter C yung tamang sagot. Ito po yung itsura ng ating shovel, right? Sorry. 'Pag sinabi nating, shovel, ito po yung ginagamit natin 'no, to loosen, tandaan po, loosen and move granular materials from one place to another. Katulad po ng dirt natin, yung gravel, and of course even yung snow 'no. Yung itsura po mismo ng ating shovel, yan po ay may broad, flat blade. Design po siya 'no, for digging, okay? Hindi lang po for digging, but of course for lifting and even moving materials from one place to another. 'Pag sinabi nating battering dito, ito po yung, spreading 'no, spreading a layer of material, 'di ba? Puwede natin siya ma-relate sa ating, baking, 'di ba? Baking or even sa ating, construction, yan po yung battering. 'Pag sinabi naman nating trowel, ito po yung, a type of tool 'no or a hand tool, 'di ba? Ginagamit natin for spreading or, smoothing materials, 'di ba? Katulad po ng ating, mortar, 'yan po yung, purpose ng ating trowel. 'Pag sinabi naman nating, float, ito naman po yung ginagamit natin 'no, to smoothen, again, to smooth and of course, finish 'no, yung mga surfaces natin, especially in concrete work. 'Yan po yung float natin, 'di ba? Sana nakuha po, item number 15, loosen and move granular materials, okay? Moving, materials from one place to another, mixing, digging. So the best option here, of course, would be letter C, shovel po. Sana nakuha, that's item number 15. We go to item number 16. A makeup artist is enhancing a client's eyes, okay? Client's eyes. And wants to draw more attention to the eyelid, okay? More attention to the eyelid and under eyebrow. The product used for this purpose is that A, blush on, letter B, eyeliner, letter C, eyelash extension, o letter D, eyeshadow. Ano po yung tamang sagot? Item number 16, ano po yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po. I see a lot of letter Ds. Tama po ba yung letter D? Eyeshadow po ba? Ayun yung po ba sa eyeliner, eyelash, or blush on? Ano po yan? Ito po yung mahirap 'no, most especially kapag yung major chef mo is more on, industrial, 'di ba, industrial arts. So, kinakailangan din po during examination or kapag nagpe-prepare ka po 'no, for, board examination, eh, dapat alam mo din po yung mga concepts or yung mga areas related po sa home economics. Actually, yung cosmetology po under po siya ng home economics. Okay, so just imagine kapag yung major chef mo electrical, in my case, okay, electricity po yung aking major chef, eh kinakailangan ko din po yung pag-aralan ano po yung mga klase ng makeup, okay? Ano po yung mga correct term when it comes to applying makeup sa inyong face, yung mga lipsticks, okay? And even po no, ang pagma-manicure, di po ba? And of course, puwede din po yung maka-relate sa'kin, okey? Ano po yung tamang sagot? I see a lot of letter Ds. Tama po ba yung letter? Meron ding letter Cs. Tama po ba? Item number 16. Sige, lapag lang po. I see letter Ds. Tama po ba yan? So let's reveal ang tamang sagot po dito ay walang iba kundi yung letter D, okay? Tandaan po, more attention, okay? More attention to the eyelid and of course under eyebrow. The best option here would be letter D, eyeshadow. Tandaan po natin, pag sinabi kasi nating blush on, ito po yung ginagamit natin, no? To add colors, okay? To add color to the cheeks, okay? Ginagamit po natin siya sa ating cheeks, di ba? Hindi po siya ginagamit sa ating eyebrow, okay? Or sa eyes natin, okay? Sa eyes, part po natin ng ating eyes, hindi po siya ginagamit. Pag sinabi nating eyeliner, ito po yung ginagamit natin, no? Or used to define the eyes by applying it along the lash lines, okay? Ginagamit po natin siya sa area din po ng ating eyes. But of course, we're looking for something na nagdo-draw ng attention. So the best option here would be letter D, eyeshadow. Bakit? Ano po ba yung eyelash extension? Ito naman po yung ginagamit natin, no, to lengthen, okay? To lengthen and of course, thicken our eyelashes. Kumbaga, ito din po yung tinatawag natin. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, no? Yung mga false eyelashes, 'di ba? Yan po yung mga ginagamit, 'di ba? To lengthen and of course, to look, okay? Kumbaga, mas appealing po yung eyelashes. Okay, ng ating girls. Yan po yung eyelash extension. So the best option here would be letter D. 16, letter D po yung tamang sagot. Ito po siya. Ito po yung halimbawa ng ating eyeshadow. Okay? Yung finished product na kumbaga or the output. Sana nakuha, that's item number 16, letter D po yung tamang sagot. We go to item number 17. A technician is preparing to use solder. Tandaan po, solder for an electronic project and knows that solder is a mixture of, ano po ba yung mixture ng ating solder? Ano po yan? Is that A, copper and lead? Letter B, zinc and tin? Letter C, zinc and lead? O letter D, tin and lead? Ano po yung tamang sagot? Anong yung tamang sagot for item number 17? I see letter D. Tama po ba yung letter D? Tama po ba yan? Okay, so let's reveal ang tamang sagot po dito ay walang iba kundi yung letter D, yung tin at saka yung lead natin. Okay, so bago po yan, ano po ba yung symbol? Okay, yung symbol ng ating tin at saka lead, ano po yon? Pakilapag po sa ating comment section, pakilapag po ano po yung symbol ng ating tin at saka yung lead natin. Pakilapag nga po. Pakilapag po. Ano po ba yung mga symbols nila? Sige nga. Ano po ba yung sige lapag lang po, ano po yun? Kahit mali, it's okay. Mhm. Yung tin daw, SN. Yung lead naman is PB. Tama po ba yan? Final na po ba? Okay, so let's check. Tama po yan, okay? Yung tin po, yung symbol niya is SN. Tandaan po yan ha, baka lumabas po ito. Pag yung lead naman, ang symbol naman po niyan is PB. Okay? Yan po. Pag sinabi nating solder, ito po ay combination, no? Or mixture po siya ng tin at saka lead, right? Yung solder kasi, as what I've mentioned, mixture po siya ng tin at saka lead. Yung traditional tin lead solder natin, no? So, oftentimes, yung percentage nila or yung proportion nila 60% yung tin at saka yung lead natin ay 40%, okay? Ito po yung ginagamit natin, no, to create a reliable electrical connection and electronic projects. Yan po yung solder. Ito po siya. Okay, tandaan po, this is how we apply or do soldering method. Unang-una is to heat part and pad for 2 to 3 seconds. Okay, painitin po muna yung soldering iron. The next one is to add the solder. Okay, and of course, pag nag-melt na po, no, kapag mainit na po yung ating soldering iron, kapag nag-melt na din po yung solder natin, you have to continue heating for 1 to 2 seconds. And of course, kapag medyo finish na or maganda na yung outcome is you have to let cool. Kumbaga, you have to let cool and of course, hindi po siya na kinakailangan na i-blow. Okay? Wag po siyang i-blow. So the best that's number 4. And of course, kapag ito po yung itsura ng ating soldering, okay, pagso-solder ng ating mga electronic components, eh mako-consider po siya na perfect. Kapag medyo bumpy siya or nag-create po siya ng bubbly na shape, no? Yan po ay indication na too much po yung solder na nilagay mo. Kapag ito naman po yung itsura niya, eh not enough po yung solder. Kapag ito naman po, medyo may reveal po no ng ating part ng ating electronic component, eh, cold joint po yung ibig sabihin niyan. Kapag medyo nasunog na, okay? Kapag medyo nag-melt na talaga siya, eh, too much heat po yung na-apply natin, okay? Coming from our soldering iron. So kapag ganito naman siya, is short naman po yan. So the best option here, mixture po ng ating solder, the best option here would be letter D, yung tin at saka lead po. Yung letter A, B at saka C, wala po ito. Mga distractors lang po. Okay, tandaan po yung symbols natin. Yung tin po, yung symbol niya is SN at saka yung lead po is PB. Sana nakuha? That's item number 17. We go to item number 18. A chef is using a paring knife, tanda po, paring knife to prepare ingredients in the kitchen. The term pair, tandaan po, pair refers to the action of is that A to slice into thin strips. Letter B to divide in half by cutting into two pieces. Letter C to remove the peeling or outer skin of a fruit or vegetable with a knife. Or letter D to remove the bones from meat or fish. Ano po yung tamang sagot? Item number 18, ano po yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po. I see letter C is. Tama po ba yung letter C? Tama po ba yung letter C? So let's reveal. Wag na po natin patagalin. The best option here, of course, would be letter C. Okay? Tandaan po yung term na pair. Okay? Pair po, refers po siya, no? To the action of removing or peeling or outer skin of a fruit or vegetable. Okay? Either fruit man siya or vegetable kapag sinabi nating pair. Okay? Pairing, yan po yung process or action of removing the outer skin po ng ating gulay or prutas. And of course, typically, no, pinipair po siya natin using our pairing knife. Okay? At sana tandaan po natin yan. Pag sinabi nating to slice into thin strips, ito po yung different, no? Different technique. Katulad po ng julienning natin or even slicing. Yan po yung letter A. Pag sinabi naman nating divide in half by cutting into two pieces, cut ka lang mismo sa gitna nila. Yan po yung dividing our food or yung fruit natin or yung vegetables cutting into halves. Yan po yung letter B. Pag sinabi naman nating letter G to remove the bones, ito naman po yung tinatawag natin na deboning. Okay? Tandaan po, letter D, deboning po siya. So of course, we're talking about here what the term pair. So the best option here is to remove the peeling or outer skin of a fruit or vegetable. So the best option here would be letter C. Again, 18, letter C po yung tamang sagot. We go to item number 19. A carpenter is working on a project and needs to convert measurements. Okay, wag na po nating patagalin ito. We just have to memorize. Okay, memorize lang po natin ito. Memoryahin lang po natin. Um, a carpenter is working on a project and needs to convert measurements. Okay, measurements from inches. Tandaan po, inches to centimeters. To make sure the measurements are accurate, he knows that 1 inch equals, ano po ba yan? Yung 1 inch natin, equivalent po ba siya ng 2.54 centimeters? Letter B, 2 centimeters. Letter C, 3 centimeters. O letter D, 1.5 centimeters. Ano po yung tamang sagot? Yung 1 inch natin, magkano po ba siya sa ating centimeters? Ano po yan? 2.54 po ba? Letter B, 2 centimeter. O letter D, 1.5 centimeters. Ano po yung tamang sagot? Okay, we just have to memorize these teachers, okay? Actually, ito po yung lumabas mismo. Okay, lumabas din po ito. So don't worry, no? Most especially talking about unique measurements, we will have a special discussion for that para mas alam po natin kasi nga po hindi po nawawala talaga yung conversions ng mga unit measurements during actual board examination. Okay? Wag na po natin patagalin. The best option po for item number 19 ay walang iba kundi yung letter A, 2.54 centimeters po siya. Tandaan po, ito po siya. Kapag 1 inch to centimeter, 1 inch, equivalent po niya in centimeters is 2.54. Sana ka nakuha? 2.54 po yung tamang sagot. We go to the last, I know, until 21 nga po pala. Item number 20 here. During a health quiz, Jeff was asked, What is a nutritionally perfect food? Okay, perfect food. Ano po yan? Is it A, beef? Letter B, vegetables. Letter C, eggs. Letter D, pork. Ano po yung tamang sagot? Ano po yung tamang sagot for item number 20? Sige, lapag lang po. I see a lot of letter C's. Tama po ba yung letter C? Ang daming letter C's. So, let's reveal ang tamang sagot po dito ay walang iba kundi yung letter C, okay? Yung eggs po. Bakit? Ano po ba yung beef? Ito po ay a good source siya, no, ng protein at saka nutrients. Again, source po siya ng protein at saka nutrients. Po, hindi po siya natin mako-consider as perfect food, alright? So, tapos, yung letter B naman, yung vegetables, ito naman po ay crucial, no, for a balanced diet. Tandaan po, balanced diet, nagpo-provide po ng vegetables natin ng vitamins, yung minerals, and even fiber. Yan po yung vegetables. Pag sinabi naman nating pork, makaka-relate din po siya sa beef, no? Good source din po siya ng protein. For the best option here, perfect food, nutritionally perfect food, the best option here would be letter C, yung eggs po. Bakit? Mako-consider po natin siya as perfect food kasi nga po, nagko-contain po siya, no? Ng balance of essential nutrients po, including na yung high quality protein, yung healthy fats po natin, yung vitamins A, okay? Katulad po ng A natin, yung B12 at saka yung D. And of course, present din po yung mga minerals natin diyan katulad po ng iron at saka zinc. Kaya po, oftentimes regarded po as a perfect food po yung eggs. Okay, sana nakuha. That's item number 20. Letter C po yung tamang sagot. Eggs po. We go to last item here. Item number 21. What makes soil good for planting? Is it A, should be viable, letter B, fresh and mature, letter C, damage-free and free from seed-borne diseases, o letter D, all of the above? Ano po yung tamang sagot? Item number 21, ano po yung tamang sagot? Pakilapag po. Letter D. Tama po ba yung letter D? Sige, lapag lang po. I see a lot of letter Ds. Tama po ba yung letter D? Okay, wag na po natin patagalin. The best option here, item number 21, ay walang iba kundi yung letter G. Bakit? Bakit kinakailangan ang tatlong ito? Pag sinabi nating viable, tandaan po, pag sinabi nating viable, kumbaga, it has the right nutrients, okay? It has the right nutrients and of course, structure to support plant growth. Yan po yung pagiging viable ng ating soil. Pag sinabi naman nating fresh and mature, kumbaga, it has had enough time. May enough time po siya, no, to develop, again, to develop beneficial microorganisms and nutrient availability. Yan po yung fresh and mature. Pag sinabi naman nating damage-free and free from seed-borne diseases, ito naman po yung prevention, no, or pagpe-prevent ng plant diseases, 'di ba? And ensures healthy growth. Okay? So kumbaga, yung tatlong ito ay kinakailangan po, no, na mako-consider po siya na the best yung quality ng ating soil for planting. So the best option here would be letter D. Okay? Sana nakuha? Letter D po yung tamang sagot. Magdiwang po lahat ng nasagot ng letter D. Okay? Okay. So bago po yan, pakilapag po. Bago tayo mag-end, pakilapag po ng inyong scores. Ilan po ba yung nakuha? Naman naka-perfect po ba? Pakilapag po. Mhm, 21, okey, naka-perfect po. 20 out of 21. Okay, for the top notchers na po ito 'no. Okay, so bago po tayo mag-end, so I would like to share a verse 'no, coming from the book of Isaiah 60:22. Of course, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Okay, so as I always say, just do your best and of course, let God do the rest. Kapag para sa iyo ay para po talaga sa iyo, okay? So that would be all teachers. Thank you po sa pag-participate sa ating session 5, okay? Kumbaga this weekend, magre-rest po muna tayo, okay? And of course, i-open ko po 'no, yung ating mga previous quizzes as mastery po para sa ating papalapit na first ever summative exam. Okay? Thank you so much, teachers. And I hope maging ready na po tayo no, sa ating board examination this March. Okay, maraming salamat din po. Okay, goodbye teachers and good night po.